I'm Scott Ott, and here's a thought. In the wake of the San Bernardino massacre of 14 unarmed civilians by a married couple who apparently met during a pilgrimage to Mecca, President Obama spoke to the nation from the Oval Office. He reminded us of the success of his plan to degrade and defeat ISIL, the organization best known for not representing Islam. But more importantly, President Obama said we need more sensible gun control laws, like the ones that Farouk and Malik violated as they slaughtered the people who had just thrown them a baby shower. You see, President Obama and other well-educated people understand that those people in San Bernardino died because the legal availability of certain guns does something to peaceful religious Muslims that's difficult to control. You see, the more faithful a Muslim is, the more he reads the Quran and Hadith, the more he attempts to follow the teachings and example of Muhammad, the more vulnerable he becomes to the bewitching power of legally acquired AR-15s and the fascinating things they can do to the torso, limbs, and faces of ordinary office workers. President Obama is trying to inspire us to save the truly devoted Muslims from these weapons of death. You see, he wants them to be able to live out the true meaning of their peaceful religion and to proclaim victory in their personal jihad, that inner struggle against the charms of semi-automatic firearms and the alluring aroma of human blood. And let's not forget that Farouk and Malik, the happy parents of a 6-month-old baby, died because of guns. Guns in the hands of law enforcement officers who typically shoot first and ask questions later, especially if their target has skin the color of ebony, mahogany, mocha, or Beyonce. Guns killed 16 people that day in San Bernardino, not 14. The most tragic victims, 2 star-crossed lovers who were merely trying to live out their Muslim faith in the midst of a depraved, bigoted, and oppressive culture. It's clear we need to do more to make sure that guns don't fall into the hands of people who then become victims of racist police shootings. The president also warned us against reacting to the latest Islamic terrorist attack through an anti-Muslim backlash. We shouldn't discriminate against people who share Farouk and Malik's peaceful religious belief that America and other Jewish nations have displeased Allah and should be annihilated. So, if you're tempted to lash back in retaliation for the slaughter of innocent Americans by staring at or avoiding eye contact with that woman in the burqa at the Piggly Wiggly, then the terrorists have won. And if you find yourself wondering if she has an assault rifle under that Ringling Brothers frock, don't give in to your fear and irrational rage. Instead, realize that she needs your love and compassion, and maybe even a baby shower. After all, she's your fellow American. Or at least someone who slipped into the country despite 3 unsuccessful background checks that failed to show her vocal support for the Islamic State on social media. It's not her fault that our government can't identify terrorists until after they've carried out their plans. So let's not react with hateful Islamophobic rhetoric. That's not who we are. No, we're the people cowering under a table at an office Christmas party or desperately trying to jam furniture against a door. That's who we are. So let's work together to save these devoted, peaceful Muslims from the siren song of Smith & Wesson. With a few more sensible gun laws, we can restore the true meaning of jihad, just in time for the infidel holidays. Join us next time when we'll talk about the need for more sensible regulations to restrict the sale and distribution of plumbing supplies that can be used in the manufacture of pipe bombs. Let's close the hardware store loophole and save the lives of many more peace-loving Muslims. I'm Scott Ott. And there's a thought.